deciding how they are answered. Today, we find ourselves in a languid, post-war era without any new national challenge to overcome. This situation has perhaps left many of us feeling listless and uncertain of our future. In 1833, the great poet Alfred Lord Tennyson related similar feelings in his poem Ulysses. Upon his return home from adventures throughout the Aegean world, Ulysses complains, "How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use." After surviving the Battle of Troy and seemingly endless battles with sea monsters and storms, Ulysses was safe at home, idle and unhappy. Instead of wasting away in Ithaca, in Greece that is, certainly not Ithaca, New York, lamenting over his past and waiting for something to rejuvenate his tired body, Tennyson tells us how Ulysses took action. He yearned and desired to follow knowledge beyond the utmost bound of human thought. He resolved to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of all the western stars. For us departing today, we cannot afford to become complacent either. Even if our country for the first time faces no apparent threats, we, like Ulysses, must forge ahead. In our future education and careers, we must fight discouragement and mediocrity with consistent hard work and diligence. Another writer, Oliver Wendell Holmes, once said, "The great thing in this world is not so much where we are, but in what direction we are moving." In this post-war era, we cannot despair or revel over our present position, but constantly ready ourselves for the future. In about 48 hours, democracy and human rights in Hong Kong will be subject to the capricious and dangerous desires of communist China. As we become contributing citizens, we have the responsibility to advocate for the free flow of ideas there and throughout the world. John F. Kennedy said, "Liberty without learning is always in peril, and learning without liberty is always in vain." If we fail to put forth effort in our careers, if we fail to participate in our democracy as concerned, engaged, voting citizens, or if we become apathetic, then perhaps one day we may not have the opportunity to sit in those bleachers and watch our children pass through a ceremony like this one today. If not to ourselves, then certainly to our children, we have a great responsibility. Our nation holds an influential position in the world and provides a high quality of life to its citizens. We can never take these things for granted, and we cannot forget the struggle that brought us to the present hour. High school has concluded, but the last 4 years have been valuable. The support of our teachers, administrators, and parents has prepared us to face the rigors of an unpredictable world. My friends, I wish you the best, and hope that we depart today like Ulysses, strong in will to strive, to seek, and not to yield. Thank you.
Holly Castro, a postcard.
Yeah, the raised name is.
I clearly remember learning almost 2 years ago that my family was moving. My parents were making me leave the security of everything I had ever known. We would be leaving Pittsburgh for some place in New York that I had never heard of and couldn't quite pronounce. We moved to Binghamton and settled in Vestal. As much as I resisted the move, I greatly benefited from it and have learned a lot in my 2 years here at Vestal High School. Many of you have grown up in Vestal and may take it for granted. Although no place is perfect, I have found my move here to be a positive experience. When I moved, I was prepared not to like many of the people that I would meet. Fortunately, I found this to be almost impossible. Everyone was so friendly. For instance, the first people I met were the guys and girls on the cross-country team. They went out of their way to make my sister and I feel at home. We both have September birthdays and didn't know many other people yet. The team helped us celebrate by decorating our lockers, baking goodies, sending balloons, and even throwing my sister a surprise party for her sweet 16th. This was a wonderful welcome to a new place. Soon after, I met more people, some of whom were from cultures that I had not experienced before. They exposed me to aspects of their heritage that I had never known. I have been enlightened by this knowledge and continue to learn more every day. My new friends, along with everyone else I met, were helpful and made my adjustment easier than I had ever imagined. Adjusting to the academic standards, however, was not quite as easy. I came from a small school where I was used to being a big fish in a small pond. Becoming a smaller fish in a bigger pond was a difficult transition. I was not used to being up against so much tough competition. I remember when our first report cards came home. My parents said to us jokingly, "Girls, remember when you used to be smart?" Another academic adjustment was getting used to the grading system of averages rather than letter grades. This system is a great benefit to all of the students, whether it is realized or not. Being challenged every day and pushed to work to our potential is a great experience with which to have dealt. Here, every point counts, reflecting upon the effort that we put into it, rather than being able to slack off and still slip by with the A. We are prepared for the many challenges that lie ahead. No matter how much anxiety we will have after graduation, we will be able to overcome it, knowing the best is yet to come. No matter what we face, we must know and believe that everything will work out for the best. It will work out because we have all been given a strong foundation to deal with hard work, challenges, and life's disappointments. In my 2 years at Bethel, I feel I have gained at least 10 years of experience for handling the future. I have gained confidence, knowing that I am able to meet new people and make new friends wherever my life might take me. I am also confident, knowing that Bethel has prepared me the best they can for whatever I will face in the future. I will carry this confidence with me as I go off to college in the fall, and I hope everyone else has this confidence too. For someone who absolutely did not want to graduate away from everything she was used to, I am very proud to say that I am a graduate of Vestal High School's class of 1997. Thank you to everyone who has made this possible for all of us. Congratulations and good luck to all of my fellow classmates.
I should mention that Holly was the winner of the automobile at the All-Nighter this year, so congratulations, Holly. Our last speaker today is Sinu Sisarla, whose speech is entitled, "With Many More Firsts to Come." Sinu.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, honored graduates, and guests. Well, we finally made it. 4 years. It's a long time, isn't it? 4 years of cramming for tests, running here and there, from club to club, and watching those around us grow. In perspective, it's been a longer journey, more like 13 years. each of which we have experienced change. I'm sure every graduate here today has an interesting anecdote about their early years in school, about the first time they met a friend or experienced something new. We can just as easily explain how times have changed since the days of our young lives. Since our first days in school, we have seen those around us change in many ways. We have seen our peers take pride in their successes, learning something about the world we live in each day. Life is full of many things, one of the most important of which is experience. We have all had our share of firsts. The first time you met your lifelong pal. He was the kid in kindergarten, sitting in the corner by himself, shoveling handfuls of sand into his mouth. That first time you felt the sweetness of victory, or the agony of defeat. The anxiety you experienced when first putting on that tuxedo or gown for the prom. The day we slipped into the driver's seat for the first time behind the wheel. When we look back at what Vestal was to us, we will see our firsts. Some of the best experiences of our lives because they were our first experiences of real life. This afternoon, we have come together to honor each other, not as parents or friends honoring the graduates, but as individuals honoring one another. Graduates, take this moment to look around you. What do you see? You see people without whom you would not be sitting here today. Your friends and peers, who always brought many different sides of issues to your eyes and helped you to see, while still listening with open hearts and minds. Your teachers, who gave you the tools necessary to complete the disciplines which you have studied, but who also gave you the tools necessary to survive in today's competitive world. Finally, your parents, who taught you the lessons of life from the day you were born, whose undying love and devotion helped you get through the tough times and made the best times even better. Along with these individuals, we have also learned from wise men, who have given us many tools to conquer the modern world. Their inventions, ideas, and thoughts have brought us to where we are today. They dared to be innovative, to go against all the odds, to be the first to accomplish their dreams. Charles Lindbergh, who made the first non-stop solo flight across the Atlantic, once said, "Success is not measured by what a man accomplishes, but by the opposition he has encountered and the courage with which he maintained the struggle against overwhelming odds." I urge all the graduates today to be like Lindbergh, to be dreamers, to never settle for being just average, and to always believe that the roads we take in life may not be the easiest or the most comfortable, but will always be paths to greatness if we believe in ourselves. Today, these many roads which have guided us to this point in our lives converge, if only for a brief moment, to signify all our hard work and achievement. Tomorrow, those roads will once again separate as we each move in various directions with many more firsts to come.
Thank you, Cedar. At this time, I would like to call upon Mrs. Constance Alexander, President of the Board of Education, who will introduce the 1997 Hall of Fame inductees. Mrs. Alexander.
At this time, I take pleasure in recognizing those former graduates of Vestal High School who have been named to the Vestal Hall of Fame by the Hall of Fame Committee. These individuals are truly a living testament to the words, and our superintendent's words, one's reach should exceed one's grasp. May they serve as role